What's going on, everybody? Weibo here, and today I've got 3 underrated games that you should really try out for yourself. Starting out with number 3, we have Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 2 is a game that combines elements of third-person shooters and roguelikes, and it's set in a sci-fi world that has amazing level design with random loot spawns. It's incredibly fun to play, fast-paced and intense, with a wide variety of enemies to fight and power-ups to collect. Risk of Rain also has a great sense of atmosphere with a haunting soundtrack and awesome visuals that keep you engaged for hours. But it's not just the gameplay that makes Risk of Rain 2 great. The game also has a unique progression system that is both challenging and rewarding. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock new characters and power-ups that will help you on your journey. With random spawning power-ups, the game is definitely never the same twice. The beginning of each run always feels a little slow, but as you progress through the levels, you become an unstoppable monster. You'll go from barely walking around the world to deep frying your computer with how much it has to keep up with in the ever-changing gameplay. The game also has a great sense of replayability with randomly generated levels that keep you coming back for more. So if you're a fan of third-person shooters or roguelikes, or just looking for a game that is both fun and challenging, I highly recommend checking out Risk of Rain 2. It's an underrated game that deserves more recognition, and I guarantee you'll have a blast playing it. Now let's get into number 2, Borderlands. This game is often overlooked for the newer games in the series, but the original is definitely a hidden gem you should check out.
Did you just leap over piss wash goalie of one of my runners? Man, dude, tell me when you're gonna do that crap. That was awesome.
Borderlands is an FPS that combines many different elements of first-person shooters and RPGs. This game is set in a post-apocalyptic world on the planet Pandora. The game has a great storyline that is both engaging and well written. The main journey is of a vault hunter that from childhood hears legends of a vault containing advanced alien technology, infinite wealth, fame, power, and women. The gameplay is fast-paced and intense, with a wide variety of enemies to fight and weapons to collect. The game also has a great sense of humor with witty dialogue and hilarious characters that will keep you entertained for hours. But it's not just the gameplay that makes Borderlands great. The game also has a unique art style that is beautiful and distinctive. The world of Borderlands is filled with vibrant color and interesting characters, which makes it a true joy to explore by yourself or with a group of up to 3 friends. Borderlands also has a ton of depth to its gameplay, lore, and items. The game has a wide variety of weapons and equipment to collect along the way. The manufacturers of the weapons and equipment change the abilities of each item, leading to unique builds and playstyles. An example would be like the company Jacobs, never manufacturing elemental weapons, but their weapons always have extra damage with the trade-off of a low fire rate. So if you're a fan of first-person shooters or RPGs, or just looking for a game that is both fun and unique, I highly recommend giving Borderlands a try. Last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about the game that is often overlooked but is a true classic, and number 1 on this list, Doom 1993.
They are rage. Brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear until it is done.
I'm so sorry everyone, I have no idea how that video got in there. Let me fix that real quick. Doom is one of the first games to use 3D graphics and was a huge success when it was released. However, over time it has become a game that many people have forgotten about. It was a groundbreaking game that set the standard for first-person shooters. It introduced many features that are now standard in modern games, like the use of 3D graphics and player movement in an open 3D environment. But it's not just the technical aspects of the game that make it so great. It's also a lot of fun to play for those who love gruesome action-packed gameplay. It is fast-paced and intense with a wide variety of enemies to fight and weapons to use. You can blast your way through enemies with your shotgun, or if that's too hard, just explode them with your rocket launcher. The levels are well designed and challenging. Doom also had a huge influence on the gaming industry from its release on. Many games that came after it, such as Half-Life and Halo, were heavily influenced by it. It's a game that has had a lasting impact on the gaming world, and it's fun to recognize one of the true original 3D FPS titles. So if you're a fan of first-person shooters or just looking for a classic game to try out, I highly recommend giving Doom a chance. Doom will always have a place in my heart, and number one on this list. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content.